Erling Haaland and Kylian Mbappé now play for the same team. They're both 18 and pretty bad at football, but their potential is sky high. How many Ballon d'Ors can they win? How many Champions Leagues can they win? And how many World Cups can they win as teammates? Let's find out. Also, please subscribe. I'm trying to overtake a Goodwin. We're racing to 100k subs and I am going to beat you, Goodwin. But I need you all to subscribe for me to do that, so please subscribe. Season 1 has ended. Yes, Neymar is here. Please don't worry about it. Erling Haaland, 26 and 3 for the first season. He's 85 overall and French, because of course, if they're going to play for the same club, we're going to make them play for the same country as well. However, Kylian Mbappé appears to have not really played at all this season. Yeah, he's got 3 games under his belt, but he is up to an 86 overall, so he's still flying. He's actually doing better than Haaland. I don't really know how that works. Did they win anything in their first season? Well, they won Ligue 1, but we don't really care about that. They won the Trophée Champ as well, which is good, and the Coupe Nationale. God, they're doing a treble straight away. That's dangerous. What about Champions League? They're not here at all. Quarters, no. Round of 16 to Sevilla. Wow, that is poor. Not a lot to report in this first season. Let's go to the Ballon d'Or and see who's taking Mbappé and Haaland's place at the top of world football. Who's going to get nominated for this Ballon d'Or? Harry Kane, Lautaro Martinez, Mo Salah, and Vinicius Jr. That's really interesting. I don't think I've ever seen Harry Kane nominated for a Ballon d'Or in any of my simulations. Let's see if he can snatch it, but to be honest, it's probably going to be Vinicius Jr. It usually is, either him or Salah. Let's see though, can the man playing for Spurs win the Ballon d'Or? It's going to be Harry Kane. Oh my god, he wins the Ballon d'Or. That's insane. Interestingly though, Mbappé wins Young Player of the Year for PSG, so he's definitely playing football, which is good, but he still has a long way to go to catch up with Harry Kane at the top of European and world football. More improvements for Haaland and Mbappé in terms of rating. They're both borderline 90 overall now, but in the standings, they're second behind Monaco. Not the best season, although they do win the Trophée Champ, but they're not in the final of the Coupe Nationale. They got knocked out in the round of 32 by Strasbourg. Bit of a weird one there. I don't really know what happened, and they're not in the Champions League either. I don't know what's going on. Mbappé and Haaland are only getting better, but for some reason, round of 16, once again, to Bayern Munich is where they fall. But let's see if they can catch up in the league. First of all, they have a game against Metz on the 11th. Can they get a win when they need to? Yes, they can. Then Strasbourg away, the team that knocked them out of the cup, beat them again. Maybe ending their league run. They have Angers to play in the last game, and they're 5 points behind. It's not going to be enough. It's going to be as Monaco winning that Ligue 1 title with 2 losses all season. Great year for them. Horrific for PSG, though. And honestly, I would really expect better from Haaland and Mbappé. Like, Ligue 1 is not exactly the toughest league on the planet, so I would definitely expect them to be winning that league as often as possible. Let's go to next year with the World Cup and hopefully a good Champions League run under their belt. Let's see how far they can push themselves this time. Who wins the Ballon d'Or? Is it Haaland or Mbappé? No, it's Bukayo Saka winning the Ballon d'Or. Clearly better than Mbappé and Haaland. Probably better than Mbappé and Haaland combined if you talk to certain Arsenal fans. Good news for us. Haaland and Mbappé are now the 2 best players on this PSG team. The top scorer this year was Kylian Mbappé, 39 goals and 11 assists. The man is a joke. Haaland 24 and 1, which is pretty good as well. I mean, Mbappe's taking all of the goals, so it's not really that big of a deal, to be honest. In Ligue 1, they're top, but only by 3 points, so this isn't over, but they've scored the most goals in the league by 10, which is a massive margin. They're also in the Coupe Nationale final, and in the Champions League, they're still not there. More Champions League woes for this PSG team. Round of 16 again. That's 3 years on the bounce they get knocked out of the round of 16. This time, it's Napoli knocking them out. Let's see if they can close out this Ligue 1 season. Let's see if they can win the Coupe Nationale. Stade Reims in the cup final is a 5-0 demolition. They lose to Saint Etienne though, and they lose to Monaco. Clermont Foot on the last day, and they win the Ligue 1 title. So 2 trophies for them this year. Hopefully we can make it 3 with the World Cup. Interestingly, in France's group is Norway, which would obviously be Haaland's national team. Norway, we win 2-0. Mexico, we win 2-0. And the final game of our group stage, we have Scotland. Although we are already through the group stage, 6 points is enough to go through. This is the team, and Mbappé is injured. That is heartbreaking. Haaland will start up front. We can play Diaby out on the right. Camavinga goes in midfield alongside Chouameni. At left back, we have Hernandez. Koundé plays centre back with Saliba, and in net's Mike Maignan. This team is just absolutely unfair. Just want to check though with Kylian Mbappe's stats. How long is he out for? He's out for 3 months. He tore his MCL. We have no Mbappe. God, okay, that's tough. Of course, I'm not going to heal him or anything. If this is the way it goes, then this is the way it goes for Mbappe, unfortunately. But we do have Scotland to play. Final game of the group stage. Can we get through? A 2-2 draw. Diaby with a goal. Haaland with an injury. And Diaby with a goal as well. Surely they're not both injured. Oh God, Haaland's injured. How bad is it? 7 weeks! Oh my God. So Haaland's dislocated his shoulder. I can relate to that. I've done that myself. We have neither of them for this World Cup run. What's the point of even watching it then? There's no point. Well, actually, to be fair, if they do win the World Cup, they will both get medals. So I guess we'll just sim it out. They win against Morocco. They now have Ghana. They win against Ghana. They win on penalties. Belgium in the semi-final. Can they win? They don't. They get knocked out. England in the third place game, and England win 2-1. So France finished fourth at the World Cup with no Haaland and no Mbappé. Bit awkward, really. Let's just get rid of this France team. We can go again, of course, in 2030. Let's fly the whole way down to the Ballon d'Or and see if Haaland or Mbappé can scoop their first golden ball. Who's going to win the Ballon d'Or? It's going to be Rodrigo Goisch for Real Madrid. That's so interesting. Oh, no, never mind. He plays for Man City now. I feel like in all these simulations, Rodrigo always goes to Manchester City. It's a bit unfair. He wins the Ballon d'Or. Nothing for Mbappé. Nothing for Haaland yet. Haaland's only up 2 overall, and Mbappe's only up 1, which is really interesting considering Mbappé scored the brunt of the goals last season, and he's done it again this year. I feel like there's not a lot of goals, really. I feel like they're a bit more spread out. Xavi Simons is here as well for some reason. Is it Simons or Simons? I actually don't know how to pronounce his name. Disasi is here too. Mazraoui has been added to the team. Neymar is still here. He's old though, so I don't really care about him. Not that I don't care about old people. I love old people. Okay, let's check out the standings. PSG top by 7 points over Marseille, and they win the Trophée Champ as well, and they're not in the Coupe Nationale. Quarterfinals to Saint Etienne is where they fell. Are they in the Champions League? Please tell me they are. Please tell me they are. Really? They're not. Oh my god. Quarters though. That's progress. And it's Real Madrid they got knocked out to, which is kind of unfortunate, to be honest. It's not really much they could do about it, I guess. Also, I do want to point out there are transfers in this video. If either of these players move to any different club, the other one is forced to go with them. So for example, if Kylian Mbappé moves to Real Madrid, like he did in real life, Erling Haaland will be forced to join him there. I also made Mbappé a left winger just so he could start alongside Erling Haaland. If they were both strikers, one of them would be put on the bench because FIFA is dumb. Okay, financially though, how much are they worth? Haaland 235, Mbappé 229. Team would probably have to pay about 250 to 300 million for them, which is just insane. Fingers and toes crossed for this Ballon d'Or, please. There we go. Erling Haaland wins the first Ballon d'Or, which actually surprises me because Kylian Mbappé was scoring more goals and getting more assists. But no, apparently Erling Haaland is the better player in the eyes of the Ballon d'Or voters anyway. Good news to report, Haaland and Mbappé have now got the same overall. Who scored more goals? It's Mbappé, then Asensio, and then Haaland. But Haaland gets the Ballon d'Or. Top assist, also Mbappé, followed by Asensio. Asensio just popping off for whatever reason. He's actually down to an 82 overall, but he's still cooking. In the standings, they're top by miles. 22 points clear, and they're in the Coupe Nationale final. But are they in the Champions League? Yes! Oh my god, finally! They're 2-1 up against Dortmund as well in the first leg. Oh, that's amazing. They win the Coupe Nationale. The Champions League animation is playing. We can settle down now. Okay, they're finally there. A win against Dortmund would obviously be massive. It would just take them straight to the Champions League final. And it happens. A 2-2 draw is enough. Mbappé misses a penalty as well, but he does score a brace. No hat-trick for him, but 4-3 on aggregate is enough. Nothing from Haaland, not a word or a whisper, but they're in the final of the Champions League, and it'll be Arsenal they play against. We, I think, have to watch this. Do not ask me how Arsenal got to the Champions League final. They have Vlahovic and Tchouaméni, and also Ballon d'Or winner Saka, so I guess they're pretty good at football, but we have Mbappé and Haaland, so we should be just winning this straight away. Upamecano with a great tackle though for Arsenal. They've really built on this team. Vlahovic onto Martinelli. Arsenal with the first chance. Oh, what a finish. Martinelli with a great strike. PSG already behind. That's poor. Mbappé and Haaland not really showing up in these early phases, and Arsenal taking an early lead in the Champions League final. PSG defense is absolutely all over the place for that one. Sanchez with the shot. Good save from Ramsdale. There's a shot from PSG. They win a corner. Great ball into the box. Saka clears. Serra sets back Sanchez into Asensio. Asensio holds off his man. Can he get through? Not quite. Good tackle. Kylian Mbappé now through for PSG. Can he get round? Brilliant tackle. Mbappe's just been so sloppy in this game, it feels like. Half time of this tie. Arsenal definitely winning. PSG have had a chance or two, though. This is definitely in the balance. Here comes Erling Haaland. Haaland back to Carey. PSG looking dangerous here. Over to Kylian Mbappé. Can he get a shot off? He's offside. Martinelli skips by 2. That is brilliant from the Brazilian. It's Gabriel Martinelli, and that's the end of this Champions League final for PSG. What a goal from the Brazilian winger. Arsenal with a 2-goal lead. Likely Arsenal with the Champions League trophy in their hands. Gutting for Mbappé and Haaland. But look, it's a tough game. It's a very tough game. The PSG simply not good enough. Not getting any chances, and even the chances they did get with Erling Haaland, they didn't even take them. Arsenal are Champions League winners. North London is red. Europe is red. Ballon d'Or winner. Who's it going to be? It's, oh my God, it's Vinicius Jr. No Haaland or Mbappe. Vinicius nicks the golden ball. So we've had 1 for Haaland, nothing for Kylian Mbappe, which is very surprising. Granted, he was horrific in the Champions League final, but still, you'd expect a little bit more from the Frenchman. Seems like Haaland and Mbappe have kind of hit a ceiling here at 94 overall, but who's scoring the most goals? It's Mbappe with the most goals and the most assists in the entire club yet again. And is that club at the top of European football? We're not sure, but they're at the top of France at the moment, 4 points clear from Monaco, and they're winning the Trophée Champ. No Coupe Nationale again, though, which is weird. Are they back in the Champions League? No, they are not. They got knocked out by Man United, back in the round of 16, all the way back to the start after making the final last year. That's a bit depressing. Next year, yeah, is a World Cup year. The second of our 4 World Cups. I'm very excited. Hopefully, Haaland and Mbappe can play this time. Be nice if they didn't get injured. Ballon d'Or winner. Oh my God, it's Rodrigo again. Nothing for Haaland and Mbappe. I don't know what's going on. To be fair, the Ballon d'Or doesn't really matter, to be honest. The World Cup is the main prize, and this year they'll have a second attempt at it. First time around, they got injured. This time, if they stay healthy, can France go the whole way? I have brilliant news. It's the Champions League animation playing. Look at the theming. It's beautiful. Asensio is still here, by the way. 94-94. And, oh, well, we can play Lee Kang in out wide, actually. We're probably fine. Let's just have a quick look around. We have Benfica to play against. That seems like an easy enough tie. We're 3rd in Liga, which is terrible. 4 points off, but I think we'll be all right. We'll manage. We're also in the cup final yet again. Okay, let's go to this final game against Saint Etienne. First leg against Benfica is a 1-1 draw. We win the cup final on penalties. We win in the Champions League, so we're back to the Champions League final on penalties, but we're there. And then Saint Etienne to play in the league. We are still 3rd, and we cannot win the title, so we don't really care. Who do we have in the final? It's Barcelona. Oh my God. Champions League final. There's no point watching this. We've already watched one of their games. Yeah, we don't need to see this go down. Please win. Yes! On penalties! Come on. Haaland and Mbappe both score theirs. The misser is El Khanous, and Barcelona falls short. PSG finally win the Champions League. And the best part of all, it's a World Cup year. So they could win the Champions League and the World Cup in the same year, which would be insane. Let's see if they can do it. Czech Republic in the first game is going to be a tough one. They tend to be gritty in these tournaments, and we sweep them aside anyway. A 3-1 win. Belgium is also a 1-0 win. Argentina to play in the group stage as well. I'm happy with this so far. 3-0 winning against Argentina hands us Hungary in the round of 16 of the World Cup. I'll definitely take that. Here we go. Okay, Mbappe's got a red card, so we just can't have any nice things in this world, can we? Please win. Thank you. 3-1 win. Haaland and Nkunku and Kunde. Happy with that. Then Mexico in the quarters. Mbappe is back, so we should be firing on all cylinders. 3-0 win. Diaby and Nkunku and Erling Haaland with the goals. Oh God, this team is just too good to be fair. We've won every single game, including all the games in the group stage. France versus Spain to play. Should be a win for France again, and it is 2-1. Mbappe with a brace. France are in the World Cup final. Erling Haaland and Kylian Mbappe are in the World Cup final, and they have Sweden to play against. Oh my God, that's basically a bye. Just give us the damn trophy. Thank you. 5-1. The most insane World Cup final ever. We just destroy them. Mbappe, Nkunku, Saliba, Nkunku, and Mbappe again. Insane. 5-1 against Sweden in the World Cup final. France are the World Cup winners. That's, yeah, not a big surprise considering the stupidity of the team that we have at our disposal. My question is that World Cup victory going to be enough to get us a Ballon d'Or for Mbappe or Haaland? Ballon d'Or winner! It's Bukayo Saka again. We can't get a Ballon d'Or for Mbappe or Haaland. I actually don't know what's going on, and it's a kind of scary for me because I want them to win Ballon d'Ors. I want them to be by far the best players in the world that they kind of are in real life, but it's just not happening. Bukayo Saka is just up there now, apparently. He's got more Ballon d'Ors than Mbappe and Haaland combined. We're back again, a year after the World Cup and Champions League back-to-back success. PSG 5 points clear. No Trophée Champ, no Coupe Nationale either. They did win the Super Cup though against Newcastle, so they definitely take that, and they're back in the Champions League semi-final. AC Milan to play against. No, never mind. It's Newcastle in the Champions League semi-final. Yeah, I'm a real professional at this. Anyway, let's see the scoring. Mbappe top 29-14, Haaland 24-4, Uro Chukwu ex-Chelsea, I believe, 8-4. Pretty good from him as well. But Mbappe and Haaland definitely leading the way. You know what? Let's just sim this out. Why not? Let's just see where this goes. Marseille first game is a 0-0 draw. Then we have Lille is a 2-2. And then Lens in the final game of the season is a 1-0. Brilliant. So 3 draws on the bounce and the league and title to boot. Goal scoring this time around. It goes Kylian Mbappe's way once again. The man's insane. But Haaland's got the Ballon d'Or. So Mbappe's a schmuck. 64 points for PSG. He's top of the league. And they win the Trophée Champ. No Coupe Nationale again though. They lost in the round of 32 to Nice. That's not very good at all, to be completely honest. Champions League? No luck. Villa, Monaco, Roma and Braga. That might be the weakest Champions League semi-final I have ever seen. Where PSG got knocked out by Man City, who then in turn got got knocked out by Villa. Mighty Villa they are. 2032. 2 more years to the next World Cup. Haaland and Mbappe kind of doing badly. Maybe we'll give him a transfer? It depends. Let's do an ultimatum. Combined this year, Haaland and Mbappe got 44 goals. If next season they get 45 or more, they can get a transfer. They can leave PSG and move to pastures new. Maybe a bigger club like Aston Villa, apparently. Considering they're in the Champions League semi-final and PSG aren't, I'd say Aston Villa are probably a bigger club. Anyway, let's sim out the season and see if they can reach it. Here we go. Come on, boys. Again, Vinicius. Oh my God. I don't even want to look at this anymore, but I have to. This is torture, but I will maintain it. Ballon d'Or goes to Vinicius Jr. And yeah, Haaland's got 1 Ballon d'Or, Mbappe's got none. Man, Asensio is still here and he's 36 pace, 67 overall. Haaland and Mbappe are still good at football. They're top of Ligue 1 by 17 points. That's a bit more of the levels I was expecting. No Champions League either. Obviously no Europa League or anything like that either. They're just not that good. They can't really put it together. Granted, they've won the World Cup and the Champions League, but only one of Champions League, and I'd expect a bit more, especially when they're teammates. Yeah, Mbappe killing. Haaland's just like, ugh. And is it 45 goal contributions? It's 33-43. It's not, but there's still time to go. 3 games left. Let's see if they can get it. 3-1 PSG. That's a lot of goals. 2-0. More goals for them. Final game of the season is a 2-all draw. Loads of goals in those games. Is that going to be 45 goals? 32 plus 16 is 48. That's enough. They're getting a transfer. They're getting out of PSG. This stupid football club has just killed them all the time. Let's send them to Real Madrid. And the transfer is complete. Mbappe up top with Erling Haaland all together. Haaland can play on the left because he's left-footed. Mbappe because he's right-footed on the right. And just for good measure, Vinicius Jr. on the bench as well. Saliba is here. Rico Lewis is here too. Bellingham's still here. Valverde too. Olmo in midfield with Hincapié. It's a ridiculous team. And now they get to add Haaland and Mbappe just in case it wasn't quite enough. Let's see how they do it their first season at Real Madrid. I wonder if that would be the difference that gets them all these Ballon d'Ors that they probably deserve. Please! Oh, Rodrigo, I hate you. It's always Rodrigo or Vinicius. It's the Brazilians that just ruin this for us. On the plus side, though, we have another World Cup that we are probably going to win this year because the France team is ridiculous and it only gets better as these simulations go on. Second last World Cup after this. 4 years left of simulation, ending out their careers. Can they snatch any more Ballon d'Ors, Champions Leagues, or anything like that with their brand new club at Real Madrid? Third in the table at Real Madrid, 5 points behind Villarreal up top. They did win the Supercopa though, which is impressive. No Copa de España, that goes to Barcelona. They're in the Champions League semi-final though, Leverkusen to play against. Can they close it out? A 2-all draw in the first leg. Come on. Oh my God, Leverkusen get through. Of course they do. Final game of the La Liga season though is against Villarreal, which is very interesting. If Real Madrid can get there and get within a shot of the title, they may be able to nab it. Are they? No. They're 4 points off. But they could stop Athletic Club from winning the title. Let's see if they can. A 2-all draw. Probably, maybe. No, they didn't. How did Haaland and Mbappe do? Mbappe got 21 and 11. Haaland with 24 and 9. So Haaland with 1 solitary more goal contribution than Mbappe. Still, they do combine for what, 65 goal contributions between the pair of them, which is ridiculous. We know the strength that they have as a pairing. Let's see if they can prove it again in the World Cup. Let's fix up this French team and make it look all good and stuff. Interesting. I have to report, this French team isn't quite as good as the one from the last World Cup. We have the likes of, well, we can start Doué out on the wing instead of Elise. It's not quite as good as the team from the last World Cup, but they're still pretty damn good. New Zealand, America, and Iceland is the easiest group I've ever seen in my life. They win against New Zealand and against the US. Final game of the group stage against Iceland is a 3-all draw. 7 points from 9 is pretty good. Scotland straight away. Oh my God, round of 16. Here we go. They win. Okay, good. World Cup quarterfinal will be against Portugal. Can France get through to a World Cup semi-final? Yes, 3-1 win. Haaland and Tchouaméni with a brace there. France, again, dominating world football. No problems at all. They're going to have Germany, though, in the next round. And that will be a tough game. Can France progress to a World Cup final? On penalties, they do. Not convincing. Adeyemi and Werner miss. Elise scores the crucial penalty. Mbappe and Haaland both convert as well. And it's going to be the US, who they actually had in the group stage at France, or the Netherlands. And it's going to be the Netherlands in the World Cup final. France versus the Netherlands. Here we go. 2034. Can Haaland and Mbappe win back-to-back World Cups? Yes, they can. Haaland with a goal. Robert with a goal as well. France win in 2030 and then win in 2034 again. The final World Cup will be in 4 years. That will be the end of this video. Let's see if Haaland and Mbappe can go back to back in the World Cup. Please tell me we can finally win a Ballon d'Or. Oh, I hate you, Rodrigo. I hate your stupid little face. Sorry, that's a bit harsh. Actually, don't mind Rodrigo. I just hate that he's taking all the Ballon d'Ors away from Haaland and Mbappe. Oh my god. They're playing a 64 rated CDM at Real Madrid. I hate this. They have Botman now, though, which is cool, I guess. But, oh, this makes no sense. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, in La Liga, how are they doing? They're top of the league, 4 points clear of Barcelona. Champions League, they're not there. They got knocked out in the round of 16 to Frankfurt. That is bad. Top scorer, Mbappe. Haaland second. Not the best from both players, really. I mean, Haaland is just terrible. Then Mbappe with more assists and stuff. But again, between the pair of them, they have one Ballon d'Or, and that did come from Erling Haaland, so we have to give him credit where it's due. Let's submit this season and see if Real Madrid can win it. They do have Barcelona still to play. Eibar first is a 4-1 win. Levante is a 2-1 loss. That's poor. Vallecano is a draw. Barcelona is a big game, and they draw it. Alaves on the last day of the season. What's the situation? They're top by 2 points. They need to win this final game against Alaves, and they do. Please tell me he wins the Ballon d'Or this time. I feel like I'm not asking for too much. Oh, there we go. Finally, it's been like 25 million years. Everyone's dead, but Haaland is finally a second-time Ballon d'Or winner. Still nothing for Mbappe, by the way. Who's scoring the most goals? It's Mbappe with the most goals and the most assists. I don't know how Haaland's got these Ballon d'Ors under his belt, to be honest, ahead of Mbappe. Real Madrid are second in the Liga, 10 points off Barcelona. They're miles off. They also won the Supercopa and the Copa de España, so both the domestic cups go to Madrid. Now, Champions League, though, where are they? They got knocked out by Leverkusen. Oh my god, why is it always Leverkusen? Well, it's been Leverkusen literally twice, but who cares? Theoretically, they could still win the La Liga title, so we will sim it out. They beat Villarreal twice. I don't know why they played them twice in a row. They win against Almeria, and they win against Osasuna. Flawless final month. Not enough to win the league. Barcelona go top. Actually, wait, we're in May. Okay, there's one more game. Is it going to happen? I don't think it's possible. They lost to Betis anyway. And yeah, no good. We're checking the Ballon d'Or nominees, praying for Mbappe and Haaland. They are there alongside two random guys. Actually, one of them is Joshua Pierre, who is the Pierre guy, the guy for the French team, the French guy for the French team, the auto-generated French guy for the French team who played for the French team, who would have played up front for the French team. And the Ballon d'Or winner is Pierre from the French team, who's playing up front with the French guys who should have been playing up front instead of Haaland was there. But Haaland is French, so Haaland's playing up front instead of Pierre. But Pierre's winning the Ballon d'Or instead of Haaland, so Haaland's not winning. Hip-hop album coming soon. This Real Madrid team is absolutely garbage apart from Haaland, Mbappe and Bellegal, but they're in the semi-final of the Champions League against Frankfurt, the team that knocked them out last year. They draw the first leg and they lose the second leg on penalties. 3-3 in the game, losing the second leg again. That's a ridiculous game of football from Real Madrid. Valladolid, the final day of the season, is a 1-1 draw. Do they win La Liga? 13th in the league. That's no surprise. They're actually kind of garbage, to be completely honest. I hope they buy better in the summer. They did win the Supercopa though. Copa de España goes the way of Real Sociedad. Knocked out in the round of 16 to Cadiz. That is poor. Yeah, this team is just simply not that good at football, I don't think. Yeah, they need to buy like a whole new set of players. But Haaland and Mbappe are still like pretty good, I guess. But just the gap between these three players and everyone else is just ridiculous. We have one more year left of simulation until the final World Cup. The ultimate challenge. Can they win 3 World Cups in a row? Let's find out. Here we go. The final Ballon d'Or. Can Haaland get his third? Can Mbappe get his first? It's going to go. I hate you, Pierre. I can report the regression has begun. Mbappe and Haaland are both down to a 93 overall. Also, Bellingham's not here anymore. He's escaped the sinking ship. But Haaland and Mbappe have yet to do so. They're now second in La Liga. They're not in the Champions League as far as I'm aware because they didn't qualify last season. They may be in the Europa League or the Conference League though. No, they're not. PSG are in the Conference League, so I bet they're glad they escaped that sinking ship. Who was the top scorer? It's Erling Haaland this time. 17 for him, 14 for Mbappe. Let's not waste any time here. This Real Madrid team is just boring and crap. We want to go to the best team in the world, the French national team, and see how they're doing in their World Cup campaign. And here's Pierre, the Ballon d'Or winner, who's going to play up front for France but can't because Haaland's playing up front for France. That's his name, Pierre. Pierre's on the bench. He's a centre forward. His name is Pierre. We're actually playing behind Haaland, so Pierre's now playing behind Haaland. In the pocket is Pierre. Okay, I'm done with this. This is just stupid. Collins out on the wing. In CDM, we're going to have Robert and Zaire Emery. There's also this Sanchez guy, 89 overall. That's insane. This team is just stupid. This team is so stupidly good. Henry is still here, 29 years old. He's still one of the best players in the world. It's not fair how strong this France team is. Let's see how they can do in this World Cup. Here we go. The simming has begun. First game against Ukraine is a 3-0 win. Next up, New Zealand again. We whip them again. And last up, Polska. We get a 3-2 loss. Our first loss in the World Cup in a while, I think. And how poetic would it be if Norway knock us out of the World Cup? Here we go. Round of 16, can we get through? A 2-1 win. Mbappe and Haaland with the goals. Despite going 1-0 down, we do manage to clutch up into the quarterfinals. We're going to have the United States of America, I believe. There it is. The United States of America. 1 week later from our win against Norway. Can we get a win against America? Please, France. 4-1. Pierre, Colin, Haaland, and Pierre, the Ballon d'Or winner. Pierre scores 2 goals to Pierre against the USA. And now we have the Netherlands, maybe. A team that we had played in the World Cup final. Here we go. Semi-finals again. Can we get through once again? No! The run! There's nothing we can do. The simulation is over. And to be honest, it's been abysmal. As teammates, they won like the Champions League once, I think. And just horrible. With PSG, they were crap. With Real Madrid, they were probably worse. I mean, they did win the Champions League, but they finished like 13th one year. All very terrible. But having that said, thank you for watching this video. And subscribe so that I can beat Goodwin. Okay, goodbye.